Everything's unbolted. Gil,
What the hell, Mazda?
what do you think?
This thing's looking rough right now.
It's looking rough. It's looking rougher than ever. What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today is gonna be a very boring day to some. It's kind of exciting to me because as I told you guys in before, we have the Miata, and the Miata is in line to get stripped. What? So today is gonna be the day that we start ripping the motor out of this thing. Because basically my friend Joey has had this Miata for a long time. It was fine when he got the car. I think he's had it for like 7 or 8 years or something. He moved away and the car was home with his parents or whatever, and he wanted to do a bunch of stuff to it. So he sent it out somewhere to get some turbo work done and some paint work and all that kind of stuff. And then it went to a tuner that didn't do that great on this car. And since he's gotten the car back, it never ran. If we could get it to run, it didn't run right. It wasn't getting fuel, it was misfiring, it wouldn't start. So we're gonna rip the motor out of this thing and we're gonna build an engine run stand soon. And we're gonna put the motor on there and we're gonna figure out what's going on with this motor. Worst case scenario, we can probably just pick up another stock 1.6 motor for cheap, I'm going to imagine. But we're just gonna try to utilize what we have. I just don't see the need to get rid of the motor, you know? I mean, we're gonna rip that out and that's gonna be the goal today. Hopefully we get the motor ripped out today. I don't see why we shouldn't. I'm just waiting for Gil to get here so we can start working on the car and stuff. I just got here. I got a whole bunch of new stuff for the shop, so.
What's in the fucking box?
That box right there is a ping pong table. Got that for the shop. It'd be kind of fun, you know? I mean, also I can show you guys real quick. Last time you saw this car, it was in that corner and it looked like a piece of trash. No bumper, no hood, nothing. The car still has no motor. It's not gonna have a motor for a couple of months. I figured since we're filming in here now, I think it would be a lot better if you could see this car in the background, you know, versus that Nova that's just a big hunk of rot right now. So one last look at the Miata before she's an empty shell. I'll see you guys on the tripod. We get the hood off, out of the way. It was already unbolted, so that's gone. It weighs like 2 pounds.
It is time for your inspection.
Gil, it's your turn.
All right.
It's your turn to be, what's that on your shirt?
Oh, it's a firing order from Small Block Ford representing David Freiberger. You know what's up.
Fire. All right, Gil, so what is the first order of business as far as getting this motor out of this car?
First order of business is going to be to tag and document all of the electrical connectors. 'Cause I'm not too familiar with these cars, but same as anything else. Just keep track of all of our connectors. Then once all that's done, disconnect everything. We'll make sure all of our hoses and fuel lines and water lines and every other line is off the engine and out of the way to be pulled right out.
That's it. What do you think? Like 25 minutes, this motor will be rolling around the shop?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So Gil just got the headers off, the turbo off. What do you guys think? Yeah, there it is. I don't know. It's old and rusty and dirty, but anyway. Here is the turbo. Little guy. 2 little guys. Look at little headers. Look at these things, Gil.
Tiny little guy.
Did you pull those off your John Deere? Pull those off the tractor. I just got a couple transmission bolts off at the bottom. I thought that I could get this one from up here, but I can't, so it's time for me to go back on my back and get the last couple bolts out. I think the motor's gonna be out, honestly, probably relatively soon, a few minutes probably.
Very
so.
soon.
What do you think, Gil?
Very soon. Told you, 5 minutes, done. Done.
Yeah, it's only been 48 seconds since I last recorded, so. So it may appear to be that Gil has just taken off a little nut right there. But he has 16 feet of extensions on the ratchet right now.
Going all the way back to the starter.
all the way back to the starter, which is like over there. So This is actually the final trans bolt, and then basically, I mean, we're gonna get the hoist up soon and just see what else is holding us back. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to show you guys that. Thought it was pretty cool. Sometimes you just gotta do things the old-fashioned way, you know? Hey Joey, I know you're watching this video, so I just wanted you to see the gigantic rot hole under your car. Yeah, it's always fun finding stuff like this. That's real good, so. The time has come. The hoist is getting ready to go into the car. Everything's unbolted. Everything's unbolted. Gil.
What the hell, Mazda?
Right on God. All right, enough nonsense. Let's get this motor out of here. Yeah, so we got the motor out, and yeah, there it is. Gil discovered something.
This guy had a bad pilot bearing. I don't know if you can see him now. Let's get some better light. The pilot bearing came loose from the crankshaft and doing a little wiggle in there. That's not good.
That is not good. As I told you guys in the beginning of this video, and as I told you in a previous video, I told you this motor was a lot of work. There's a lot of nonsense going on with this thing. There's oil everywhere. What do you think?
This thing's looking rough right now.
It's looking rough. It's looking rougher than ever. Let's just put an SR20 in it.
Why not? 13B swap it. Come on.
So basically right now, we're just, we're at the point, now that the motor's out, we want to get like a lot of nonsense out of the engine bay that we're not going to use. Also things that are going to be replaced and things that have to be adjusted. So right now, Gil is ripping the radiator out, which I think he pretty much has done. He's just taking the last bolt off or something. We have all this wiring mess to deal with that we talked about before. It's kind of a rat's nest. We'll see how far we get. We'll see what we can get out of this thing. But things like this are gonna go. This is gonna be a car that's literally gonna be in the garage. He's only gonna drive it when he's home on nice days. So we can cut a lot of weight out. Like we're gonna get rid of the windshield wipers and the motor and like that sort of thing. So before we can do anything, we need an open canvas. And Gil almost busted his kneecaps. So that's it, man. Gil's gonna finish breaking his kneecaps, and then we'll see how far we get with this tonight. But you'll see in the time lapse what we get done. It'll be cool. When the radiator's in the car, like you don't really realize what's going on up front, especially in a car that we really haven't worked with before. So I just don't know where the rest of the car went. I don't know.
Hello.
What's going on down there? Hey. How's the weather? I don't know. That's so funny, but this car will get absolutely folded if it got hit by anything. I mean, this car would just, oh my God. This car would literally, the front end would fold. Gil got the harness out on this side. I got all the harness disconnected on this side. So one thing we noticed when we tried to pull the harness on the driver's side out is that it's shrouded by all this nonsense. Now, a lot of people, or some people in the comments will probably say this is hack job stuff, but listen, we're making a new harness anyway. Basically what you want to do is you have this tree and there's just every wire is a different branch. So we want to cut it. I don't know if you can see that, but we want to cut it just there where it's one big knot together. So when we remake the harness, we have all the proper measurements for everything. So, and there you have it. Harness is pretty much out of our way. We got a nice little canvas here. It looks pretty good. Not really. It looks like ass. There's grease everywhere and oil everywhere. It's a lot less overwhelming. I don't really know what we're gonna do. What are we gonna do next? We could just burn it. Joe, I think we could just burn it. Joey's putting new headlights in the Fox body. He only has a career with income to work on this Mustang. That's all he spends his money on. We put some new hoses, some new coolant hoses and everything the other day. We were like, yo, let's record that and throw that in the Fox body video. And then we didn't, so I'll show you guys now in the Miata video. It matches the blue bathtub anyway.
The blue bathtub.
So, dude, this is our blue bathtub. All right, guys, so thank you for watching today's video. Yeah, so the Miata's stripped. Everything we want to take out is out. Next video, probably gonna wash it. I mean, this thing is pretty filthy. It's absolutely gross, as I mentioned a minute ago, but we just ripped some headaches out of the engine bay pretty much, so that's it. Make sure to follow us on our socials. As we're a new channel, we have new socials, so check those out. They'll be in the link in the description below. Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. I don't know. Don't lose your 10 mil sockets. Thanks.
Or 15s.
or 15s.